along with hundreds of other shooting preserves throughout the country, offers wonderful shooting sport today and makes certain there'll be an ample supply of game for tomorrow.
Well, you know, the thing that stays the same always are the dogs. They're always a constant. The names change, the dogs are different dogs, but they always stay the same. If you came here 20 years ago, you're going to see good dogs just like you did then. The staff, you know, that always changes. Nobody ever quits. They always stay until they retire, or until they retire, actually. In the late 40s, Mr. Olin decided he wanted to get into the field trial game, which is field trial Labradors. And to that end, he went to the field trials and he asked who was the best professional trainer. Well, it was a guy by the name of Cotton Purcell.
John Olin's search for the best was short-lived, and soon Cotton Purcell was by his side at NILO. The men began a long history together as friends and pioneers in the art of field trial competition. Cotton Purcell is still highly regarded today as one of history's most influential men in the training and handling of retrievers.
This is Sonny. He's one of our oldest dogs. He's around 10 years old now. He's been a good little dog for us. This is a couple of the younger ones. That's Thor. This is T-Bone. You can tell we got sophisticated names for our dogs. The dogs here really have a great life. You know, where else can you be a dog and hunt 6 months out of the year? We get them as puppies. We usually have a female that we breed, use an outside stud. When we get the puppies, the handlers they'll go in and they pick the puppies that they want, and then that's their dogs to train for the rest of the time they're here. When the guys are getting ready for a hunt, every one will be at the door barking and jumping, saying, take me, I want to go today. But you know, the great thing about dogs is their honesty. What you see is what you get. They give you 100% every day, and you can't ask any more than that. This is the statue of King Buck. He passed on in 1962. He's actually buried right here. National champion in 1952 and 53. He was 14 years old when he passed. What a terrific little dog, you know, not a big dog in stature, kind of a little snipe nose, but had a lot of brains and a lot of heart, and that's what it takes for a field trial dog.
Winchester has proudly shown an unwavering commitment to conservation for 150 years. With a pioneer spirit, Winchester has led the charge to preserve, protect, and restore natural wildlife habitats and treasured hunting traditions. Their efforts over the decades have made world-class hunting and shooting sports possible for so many enthusiasts, young and old. It's this commitment to conservation that will assure NILO remains a special place for many decades to come.
We got 640 acres. We lay roughly a mile to the west and a mile to the north. When Mr. Olin bought the property, it was all overgrazed pasture, highly eroded. Very few trees on the place. Basically, what he took was a piece of desert and made it into what we would today call quite a hunting oasis. It's ideal for all kinds of hunting right now. Now that we do have deer and turkey on the farm, of course we use it just for upland hunting and waterfowl hunting. But it's very nice in that we can take 4 groups out hunting, and they'll all have their own area, and they'll naturally hear some shooting in the distance, but they'll really never see another group out there. So whenever you go out, you've got your own little piece of NILO that you're hunting on. We've got 4 different small lakes on the property. 3 of them are for dog training and fishing. 1 of them is to raise the ducks on and as a refuge for them. Of course, we've trained dogs everywhere on the farm that you can imagine. When you think you've got a dog that knows everything, you can show him something new. And he'll usually stub his toe maybe the first time, and then the second time he'll get it right for you.
Thanks to Olin's work, the grounds have taken a new shape over the decades. But much like the statue of King Buck and the house that Cotton Pershaw once lived in, certain traditions have been frozen in time over nearly half a century. NILO's famous pheasant pie has long been a farmhouse staple, warming souls of hunters who've been hard at work on the hallowed grounds.
The pheasants have been boiled for a couple hours until they're really good and tender, and then we cook them down and pull the meat off the bones, and then we cut it up for our pheasant pies. That'll take about an hour.
As the farmhouse fills with the savory smell of NILO's famous pheasant pie, the hunters hit the field for a day of reconnecting with the ways of old. The dogs are eager to do their part as they've been trained to do, drawing on the methods that they've been taught at NILO for decades. In the spirit of John Olin, the camaraderie strengthens with each bird flushed. History repeats itself, with every pheasant fallen, every duck retrieved, and every Winchester shell spent at the range. The history at NILO Farms is alive and well, but what meant more to John Olin than the days past are the days ahead. Winchester's allegiance to conservation remains a rich part of their past, present, and future. The memory of King Buck and the rich history of NILO Farms will forever serve as a reminder of Winchester's commitment to preserving and protecting treasured traditions. Just as important as days past are the days ahead. The willingness to carry on as a leader in conservation will remain at the core of Winchester's legacy.